Welcome back. We're still talking about WordPress under the hood, managing our WordPress sites. And I just want to remind you that what we're doing is we're talking about all the things you can do to edit and configure and manage a WordPress site without really touching any code. We're not dealing with code yet. That'll be another series. Now, the last time we talked about pages, I want to talk to you about posts and menus. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the dashboard. And now, you'll notice when I was on the site, let's toggle back to the site. When I'm on the site and you hover, you won't see pages or posts. If you want to add pages or posts, you got to go to the dashboard. Okay. From the dashboard, though, you can see, there we go, posts is right on top. And remember what I told you, that WordPress is primarily a blog platform, and so post was at the height. So they put it at the top of the dashboard. If you happen to have anything to update, check updates. Sometimes it'll show you, but let's just deal with posts. First of all, we can go ahead and see what posts we've created so far. And remember, this is just a teacher site, and I've used it just as a demonstration. It's not a live production site, so you're not going to see a lot of posts. If you want, I can show you my WordPress site, and I'll show you what kinds of posts you might do. Hey everybody, so here we go. 100visions.com is my domain name. I've had that for a very long time. I've moved this around, and this is a much more complete sort of WordPress site that I've been working on for a long time. So some very old posts. So you can see kind of what's going on here. Look at the categories that I've created. Largely this was designed, I did this at I was at a conference on teaching and some other things, and I thought, you know, this would be a great time to go ahead and just create my WordPress site. So I created it several years ago, and then I've had to do all kinds of stuff with it. You'll see, look at all these categories I have. Each one of these categories represents a category of a post. For example, Photoshop. And you click on here and you can see a thing on Photoshop assignments. There's not much there. Let's look at education then. And then we'll look at commentary. And so what you can do is, these are all blog posts. So one of the things you're going to notice about these blog posts is that you'll see the title for the post, and then you might not see any other content other than like when it was posted and some other information. And then you see this make a basic HTML page with headers and paragraphs, and then you have Happy CS Ed Week. Notice it's just part of it, and it shows you when it was posted. Yes, it was a long time ago. Let me go ahead and click it, and just to show you. Now you'll notice now the article is much longer than you might have imagined looking at the blog post. This is a very large and comprehensive blog post. Most people don't make them that large, okay? But this is one I just had a lot I wanted to say, and I just kept working on it and made it bigger and bigger and bigger as I kept going. All right, and so, you know, this is still a blog post. So the things with the blog post is they're designed to have multiple posts. If you create the categories, you can organize by category. So object-oriented programming, another category. And so then suddenly we'll see other ones here. Now, let's go back and let's talk about editing a post. So I'm going to go back to one of my older ones here. And when you're in the post screen, you'll see it's just pretty much exactly like a page. The only difference between a post and a page, and let's go back to my site, is that on a post, it'll organize, your site will determine how many posts it will display on a page. Right now there's only 2 on here because only 2 fit the category. Let's go ahead and click commentary, see if I can get more. Eventually you might get to the part where there's so many different articles, you'll get to the bottom of the page and you'll see older posts. So that was from, yeah, so there you go. So we've got some really, going all the way back to 2008, I've got posts that old. So they don't all fit in one page. So that's one of the things you can see about posts and their categories, is that it's designed to have lots of shorter articles. Okay. And so bring Pluto back. This dates the time that they demoted poor Pluto, the planet. I had to comment on it. And so this is the full post. Notice it's kind of short. It's like a mini article. That's kind of what blog posts are supposed to be. Now we go back, and let's go back to the site I was at before, and we're on the post. Now, if you click all, if you have all posts, you'll see a lot of them. You can also, if you have some posts that you haven't published, you might see under some unpublished and some published. When you go to edit, for example, you have edit and quick edit. So let's take a look at the two. And I think you have the same for pages. There's an autosave that's more recent, so I should probably look into that. So that's just regular edit. Let's go back and let's take a look at the quick edit. And you'll see quick edit really allows you to just hit main details about it if you want to add a category to it. Okay, so if I want to add a new category or choose an existing category, I can do that. And I don't have any extra categories to choose from. I can make it password protective. I can change the date. Oh, here's tags. You can add tags to it as well. All right, so you've got a lot of quick edit. It's not just editing the whole thing. It's just little details about it. So that's the difference between them. And the other thing is, as I was going to mention before, if you look at the standard edit mode of a post, by the way, notice you got all kinds of ways of looking at it. You got next steps, more actions, things you can or can't do. So a great way to learn WordPress is just get in there and fiddle around, have some fun with it, okay? That's probably the #1 thing. I should have said it on the first video. Anyway, so I'm going to go to the 3 posts, and then I'm going to do standard edit, and just to show you that you have the same pretty much features as a page. You can add your media, you've got your title, you've got your content, the editor is exactly the same. You can make it, you can publish it, or you can make an update and unpublish but preview it. You've got revisions, you got when it was published, you can change the format of it. So a lot of times WordPress will have different styles for how it presents an aside or an image or a video or a quote. So you got these little features here, and depending on your theme, it may have different ways of displaying it. Okay. You can add new categories. You can add tags as well. A lot of times I like to add tags. Categories can be nice because, let's see, what was this one about? This was the layout. So we can add a category by clicking Add New Category, and we'll put on here layouts. Okay, I'm going to click Add New Category. Now, I could have also put that under another category. So I can put, for example, add a new category, and I can do some CSS as an example. So I put CSS, add a new category. And then maybe I want to do CSS 3. Let's say I did something with CSS 3. I can change now the parent, so I can say that the parent is now CSS because it's a subset of the bigger category, and I can add it. And now they're all checked. So what's cool about the categories is menus, and that's what I want to cover in the second half of this video installment. Once you have categories and you have pages and you have posts, we can fiddle around and do all kinds of menu options. So let's take a look at the menu. But before I do, I better save my changes. I don't want to lose the changes, so I'm going to click Update. And there's that thing that says autosave. I think it was because I forgot to save it. And now that I saved it, notice that's gone. Okay, so that means I'd worked on it and I probably closed the site or I navigated away and then came back, and yet it still kept it because they are very nice. I like that. All right, we're going to talk menus. Menus are part of Appearance, and you can get it by the dashboard under Appearance, Menus, or if you're on the site but you're logged in, you just hover over here and you will see Menus. Either way gets you there. Now the cool thing about menus is you can create menus, you can delete menus, you can create multiple menus, you can choose where the menus go, you can choose what's on the menu, what is on the menu today, and then we can basically add whatever we want to the menu, but they're within reason. So I'm going to go ahead and create another menu. So I'm going to create a new menu. And I'll just call this New Menu. Give it whatever name you want. I'm going to create it. This is more for our purposes. So now on the new menu, you've got things here, like on menu settings. If you choose auto add pages, you click here, any new top level pages will be added to the menu. Okay. Also, you have 2 theme locations by default. One, and this could be by theme as well. Certain themes may have other theme locations. You could put it as the primary menu, or you could put it as a social links menu. I'm going to make this primary menu, and I'm going to have to probably change the other menu to not be the primary menu. Okay, so I will want to change that in a moment. All right, but before we do that, let's add some items to our menu. Okay, so the first thing you can do is you can add, and I'll hide this, you can add pages, links, or categories to your menu. So you create a new page, and I'm going to view all to see everything. I have a home page, an about page, a sample page, student WordPress sites. I like that because my students, I want to be able to see their sites. So I'm going to click home, about, student WordPress sites, and I'm going to click add to menu. Okay, adding it to the menu. There's the home page. Now, I think the about page should probably be the last thing on my menu. So watch what I can do. I can click and drag it down. And now home is the first, student WordPress sites is next, then about. But that's not all I can do. Let's say I want to link to another of my WordPress sites. I can do an external link and add it to the menu. So I can put on here 100visions.com. And I'd put on here 100 visions. Add to menu. Now it's on the menu. Okay. I probably want to change that because I misspelled visions. I made the V capitalized and the 100 not. So I'll change that. And now I'm done there. Now here's what's cool. I can add a title attribute. So I actually can target that with our style sheets and things. I can move it up or I can move it under. I can put it to the top. Okay. And I can click here and now it's changed. And I can drag it where I want it. Now watch this. If I want to, I can put it as a child of the home page. You see how it's indented? And I can make this indented on there and that indented on there. So you can make multiple levels of your menu there. Of course, I don't want to do that, so I just drag it back. Okay, so there's some menus. And drag that back. And up and back. Come on. If all else fails, you can do the little move up or move down. So that's another way you can deal with it. All right, let's just add some categories. Here's my list of most used categories. Here are all the categories. So I can add CSS, CSS3, independent project, and I can add layout. I can add them all. Then I can organize them. CSS3 should be tabbed under it. Layouts, I might put that also under CSS. There. When you're done, you save the menu. And I already told it where it's going to go, but my other menu, I need to go back there and change it. I call that one main. So I want to go into main, click select, and I want to go down here. Oh, good. It got deselected on theme locations. It already took care of it. Let's see what the site looks like now that I've made a change to the menu. And take a look right there. So home, student WordPress sites, 100 visions, about, CSS, click here, layout, CSS3. Nice little feature there. Independent project, and then I have all these notes on here. So I'm probably going to want to change that so I don't see the excerpt on there. You can go in and edit those as well. And then how this displays is based on the theme. So you can change the theme, you can do other things like it. All right. So anyway, that's the general overview of working with a menu. You may have questions about it. If you do, see me, and maybe I'll have a little frequently asked question video unit where we cover some of these questions on here. But I hope you appreciate it. Good luck with your WordPress site. Make some awesome looking themes and have fun.